guys. Welcome to your chair practice for the week. So go ahead and grab your chair and we will get started. And we'll start like we pretty much always do, which is sitting up nice and tall on our chair and finding our breath right away. Just starting to notice the rhythm of our breath naturally, maybe if we're breathing kind of shallow and short. Maybe we notice where we feel the breath in our body. So maybe it feels like it's getting kind of caught in the chest area or the throat. Maybe we notice the shoulders rising with breath. And let's see if we can just gently, with a couple rounds, just gradually lengthen the breath, gradually lengthening the inhales, drawing them all the way down into rib cage and belly area. So as we inhale, our belly kind of fills up like a balloon. And then as we exhale, letting that become longer as well. And as we just set the tone with these last couple rounds in stillness, we can start to engage the belly muscles. So drawing our abdominals in, belly button in and up towards the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall. And we might take a moment to just ask ourselves or remind ourselves why we decided to show up and practice some yoga today. What is it we're wanting or hoping to get out of this time? And then from there, we can gently start to warm up. So let's start to roll through the shoulders and let's do one at a time. So maybe circling one shoulder back and then the other, kind of slinky movements. Beautiful. And you can kind of tip your head or your neck side to side. Free to move here any way that feels good. So there's not really a wrong way, just kind of shifting back and forth, maybe feeling it again through the shoulders and neck, maybe the sides of the body as well. We can start to take both shoulders up and back if we want. Maybe inhale to squeeze shoulders up to the ears. Exhale to roll them back and down. So it's like our shoulder blades kind of pinch together. Breath flowing freely through our bodies the entire time, really staying connected to that rhythm. Lovely. And then let's start to bring our fingertips to our shoulders. So just lightly touching fingertips to shoulders, elbows then bend and come wide. And we're going to start to take that same movement, but with the elbows out to the side. So it's almost like rowing the oars of a kayak. Yeah. And there's freedom here. There's freedom to, again, rock through the head or kind of tip side to side. You get to decide how and where you're paddling your kayak. But one thing is for sure, we are moving forward. If you are here and you're breathing, you are moving forward. So that is really awesome. It's so awesome that you've decided to take this time for you, to spend with you, to work on you, to breathe, to move a little bit. Time well spent. So let's from here, slow down the kayak. And then start to extend our arms out to a T. So arms are long. And start to make some circles with those arms. You might know what's coming. If this is new and we've never done this before, we might take one arm at a time. Because it feels kind of easy in the beginning, right? Just holding your arms out to the side, but you'll notice, or maybe you're noticing already, it doesn't take long before those arms start to feel pretty heavy. So breathing deep and remembering that posture we found in the beginning, right? Relaxed shoulders, even though the arms are working. Soft jaw, we're still sitting up nice and tall with the core engaged. It's amazing how challenging it can be just to hold up the weight of our own arms. My goodness. Let's switch the direction. And if it helps, just know a break is coming for the arms after this shape. And if this is challenging you, that's really a good sign, because what challenges us changes us. If we are challenged, we again are moving forward. We're growing, we're getting stronger. So it's good to feel some challenge, to feel some burn. How about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh! Release the arms and start to swing them a little side to side. Just loosening up, maybe shaking out the hands and the wrists. Oh, yeah. Awesome. So arms are definitely nice and warm. Let's continue to stretch through the upper body. So we'll take an inhale to circle and reach arms all the way up to the sky, reaching high, turning up the chin when we arrive at the top. And then exhale, bring palms together in a prayer shape all the way down the midline to the center of our heart. Beautiful. Let's do a couple more like that. Whole breath in to circle, sweep up, gazing up, stretching through the spine, the sides of the body, even the front. You might even feel the abs start to stretch a little bit. And exhale, finding that prayer. How about one more? Just breathing in that life force, right? Our breath is our connection to life. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, sweep all the way up. This time, as we draw hands to a prayer, we're going to pause here, inhale. And then exhale, keep that prayer as we extend the arms and dive forwards, almost like we're diving off a diving board, starting to fold at the hips over towards the toes. And then inhale, round it up. Your hands can find your knees, your thighs. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands through the midline. Inhale here. Exhale, diving forward as if off a diving board, folding at the hips. Inhale, start to round it up. Exhale in our seat. Inhale to sweep up the arms. This time as we exhale, pause for an in-breath. Next exhale, we're going to take a dive to the side. So leaning to the left, same movement, but we're diving outside that left thigh. So we might feel it in a slightly different place. And then from here, let's just inhale straight up to center, hands find the midline. And then exhale, dive it to the right. Beautiful, rising up, inhaling to that prayer. Exhale one more time, diving left. Inhaling up through center. Exhale, diving right. Lovely. We're going to inhale back up to that prayer. Exhale, arms out to a T. Oh no, we're back in this shape again, but this time we're just going to circle the wrists. So this might feel a little nicer, a little bit more restorative. Wiggle the fingers and just kind of circle through those joints. And then let's switch them the other direction. So switching direction of those circles. And then this time, as we bring our hands together in a prayer, we're going to reverse it. So we're going to bring the backs of our hands together now. So thumbs are facing forward, pinky fingers touch the breastbone, and we sit up nice and tall. So it's a reverse prayer. Inhale here. And we're going to take that same diving movement, but with the hands in reverse. So backs of the hands stay together. So it will look like spinning your fingers towards your chest. So like bringing your thumbs towards you and then flipping all the way down and through to dive forward. And then as we inhale, slowly roll all the way back up, bone by bone, we stack. Fingertips once again rise up towards our belly, towards our chest, and flip back up. Did you get that? Do we need to try it again? I know it's a little tricky. So once more, from arms out to the side, spinning the hands in, backs of the hands come to touch, thumbs are forward, pinky tips touching our breastbone. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, thumbs, fingertips turn toward you and then weave underneath, stretching all the way forward so we can straighten the arms. Diving forward on the exhale. Inhale as we rise up, bending at the elbows, fingertips flip back in towards us, and then up towards the chin. Nice. Can we do it to the side? We'll inhale in center. Exhale, turning fingertips in and towards us, diving to the left, outside of that left thigh. Inhale, wrapping those arms in and through. Exhale, diving to the right. One more each direction. Inhale, finding that reverse prayer. Exhale, other side. To the left, we dive. Inhaling up. One more time to the right. Awesome. Feeling that belly connection. We're working our abs even in this seated position as we dive back and forth. So we'll land, we'll meet up in our reverse prayer, and then just let the hands go. Let them fall on the thighs. And let's just start to take the wrists again in a couple circles. We can keep the arms low, elbows by our side, maybe switch directions. Beautiful, you guys. I'm going to take my hands to stretch the wrists a little bit further. So hands come facing each other like you could clap. And then we'll bring our fingertips facing one another on the thighs. And then just gently start to press into one palm at a time. So it's almost like, I don't know, like a cat kind of kneading where they're about to get comfy. Yeah, so you can kind of feel this out for yourself, being gentle on that joint. Our wrists are delicate. We don't want to push it too hard. And then again, we can flip the backs of the hands down. So fingertips still facing each other and kind of press side by side. And this was a big one, but this feels pretty good to me. Maybe we can take, fingertips facing our hip. And that palm might not come all the way down on the thigh. It might stay lifted, but we can gently start to press the heel of our hand down towards our thigh. Stretch all through the forearm. Again, being gentle, staying with that deep breath. And then we'll switch sides. So other hand, fingertips again, work to face the thigh. As we straighten that arm out. My heel of my hand is nowhere near my knee, but even just pressing into those fingertips feels like a nice stretch for the palm of my hand and my wrist, and again, the forearm. Beautiful, guys. So finding that seat, let's start to move a little bit more through the upper body here. So keeping hands resting on our thighs. Let's take that left arm and go ahead and sweep it to the front, all the way up, and then eventually behind us. And so if you happen to have a chair with a back, you might grab onto the back of the chair as you turn over your left shoulder. Let's pause here this first round, finding those breaths. Feeling that twist in our lower back, middle back, all the way up, maybe even between the shoulders and the upper back. We feel that twist. It's like a spiral staircase of our spine. Let's pause one more breath all the way in. Exhale, maybe we can twist a little bit more. And then inhale, release that left arm. Swing it all the way back up where it came. So up to the sky and all the way back forward to meet the right. Lovely. So now we'll flow like that a couple of times back and forth. So it'll look like an inhale to sweep the arm all the way up, like a rainbow shape, grabbing the back of your chair. Pause for the exhale and then inhale forward. So inhale always takes that arm up. Exhale to pause. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, pause. Inhale up, sweep it forward. Pause. Last time, reaching back. And pause. Releasing that arm forward, maybe shimmying it out a little bit. And then we'll take the other side. So we'll start by holding that shape. Inhale to stretch that right arm forward, all the way up like a rainbow and back, grabbing onto that chair. And we'll start to turn and twist over that right shoulder. Checking in with our thoughts here, maybe coming back to that idea we started with, right? When we asked ourselves, what is it I need today? Why am I pushing play? Why am I taking this time? Coming back to that thought. Amazing how quickly we can forget, right? Maybe it's already gone. It's like, oh yeah. We got swept up in our to-do list or what's coming next, taking the next breath or two to bring ourselves right back. And then we'll inhale, reach that arm all the way up and forward. You ready to flow a couple times? So you can take it at your own pace, inhaling that arm up and back, finding that twist. And then swimming it forward, maybe even close your eyes. Really allow yourself to kind of feel this from the inside out. Being less concerned with what it looks like and more concerned with how you feel. Focusing on the muscles that are working, your breath flowing in and out. All the benefits you are getting physically and mentally from taking this little bit of time. Amazing. Last time we'll reach it forward. And then again, a moment to kind of shimmy that out. All right, feeling nice in the upper body. So let's work the legs and the lower body a little bit more. So you can't see my feet and I'll spare you, so I'll try to describe it. We're gonna keep our toes in the ball of our foot on the floor, but lift the heels. And then just start to circle through, let's say the left foot first. So keeping those toes there, just start to draw some circles with the heel. So you can kind of see my knee is almost making a circle too. Just kind of warming up through the ankles. Working the calf muscles, yeah. Awesome. And then keeping the right toes, ball of the foot on the earth, heel is lifted. Start to circle through the ankle. Like if there was a pencil on the back of your heel, you might be drawing some circles on a wall behind you. Awesome. And then releasing both heels. So feet are flat on the floor. Starting with the left foot, just kind of rock to the outer edge of that foot. So the knee might open a bit, and then rock to the inner edge. So the knee might move in towards the midline. And then just take that a few times. Just kind of swinging, casually rocking from the outer edge to the inner edge of that foot. It should feel kind of good, I hope, like a little foot massage. Yeah, and then let's do the same thing on the right. So just kind of opening and closing that knee, rocking to the outer edge of that foot and the inner edge. Cool. So we're going to grow this a little bit. Moving back over to the left side. Engaging, recruiting the core to help lift left knee to the sky. Oh yeah. So more intense for sure. Doing our best to keep that home base position, right? Like rooting through the sit bones, belly's engaged, sitting up nice and tall, trying not to lean back as we lift that knee, which is the tendency for all of us. We want to shift that weight back. So try to stay lifted. And then just start to swing the foot side to side. So it's as if the sole of our foot is just kind of dusting the floor, hovering over that floor. Yeah. So working the core for sure, inner thigh, lubing up that hip joint. Awesome, guys. And then let's stretch that leg out straight in front of us. Now you can see my foot. Woo! Start to draw some circles with the ankle. Hard not to lean back. So if you need to, go ahead and drop the foot. It doesn't have to be straight out from the chair or your hip. It can be low off the floor. That can sometimes help us sit up a little taller. Oh, and then we can release left foot. You guys are doing amazing. You ready for the other side? Recruiting that core. Inhale to draw right knee up into our chest. And you can always use the hands too to help you as you need, maybe under the thigh or around the knee. To kind of dust, swinging that foot back and forth. Beautiful. Where's the breath? That's like 90% of a yoga practice is, where's my breath? I forgot it? Oh yeah, let me come back to it. Maybe like 20 times or maybe like 100 times just in 30 minutes. That is the practice, right? The mind likes to wander away and we can just notice it and bring it back every time after time. We get better at it. So we'll extend that leg straight. Start to circle through the ankle. And if we practice keeping our minds and our attention and our focus here in this time, just imagine when we get better at that, what life will look like, that how that might ripple out into other areas as well. Oh yeah, releasing down, maybe giving the knees a little bounce. And we've reached our peak pose, you guys, the most intense full body pose. It's called Eagle Pose, and we're going to try it in our chair today. So we're going to start, now that we've warmed up everything we're going to need, crossing the left leg over the right. So crossing at the knees. From here, we're going to give ourselves a hug and grab opposite shoulders, making sure the right forearm is on top of the left. Sitting up nice and tall. This could be enough. This could be your eagle right here. Or if you'd like to try to, again, bring the backs of the hands together. So you might cross that left elbow all the way over your right and see about bringing the backs of the hands to touch. And if they're here, that's okay. If they're like nowhere near that and you want to keep hugging the shoulders, no problem. Again, we want to be super respectful of the shoulder joint. So pausing here. And if you've brought the backs of the hands together, you might see what it's like to lift your elbows a little bit. Should feel a nice stretch, a big tug all the way down between the shoulder blades. Amazing, guys. One more breath all the way in. Finish an exhale. And then we can use the next breath in to unwind. Uncross those arms, uncross the legs. Woo! Maybe do a little wave. Just kind of shaking that off like nothing happened. No big deal, right? So we can try on the other side. We get a second chance, right? How often do you get a second chance in life? What leg did we cross? I think it was the left. So let's cross the right knee over the left this time, or whatever one you didn't do. And then the opposite forearm on top. So yeah, the left forearm now will cross on top as we grab the shoulders. And you never know, the side could be totally different. So if backs of the hands was way out of reach on the other side, maybe this will be a little easier. Maybe not. Let's find out. So wherever you are is totally cool. Awesome. Yeah, so maybe ask the hands to come together as we pause and breathe. Maybe we start to lift the elbows a little bit. What would it be like if we had just 1% more focus with every activity in our day? Just a little bit, just 1% more presence of mind, more attention, more of our full focus. How might that impact everything we do all day, every day? That little 1% that adds up with time. One more breath. And then we can release. You did it. Amazing. Uncross the legs. Again, maybe a little sway of the arms or the torso or bounce of the legs. Amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I invite you to let this video run out. If you want to lean back in your chair and take a pause, take a moment, or even, I don't know, lie down on the couch or on the floor for your Shavasana, your final rest. Now is the time to do so. And then my hope is that you return to your day or whatever is next with a little bit more of your full presence, your full self, and your full focus. So thanks for taking the time, you guys. Namaste.